Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today's Sunday, I think, and I'm all done. Been out here good part of the day. Finished up the beer can rings, got those all back in the drawer. Made some angry troll pots. Hey guys. And then I set out for the big project, making the super caps. And I made 10 of those. That's over the top. 10 of those in one day in one afternoon is above and beyond the call of duty, because them little puppies are complicated. There's a lot to them. I mean, you've got the threads, you've got the groove you have to cut, you've got a gasket you have to cut and install, you've got a trench you have to cut in them to where you wind your tubing. You got to face off the end of them, countersink them, drill them, tap them, mill a slot in them, drill a hole for the end of the tube to go through, install the gasket, countersink the ends wherever the holes are, and then install the tube, and that's in itself a job. Install the nipple. There's no money in those. No money at all in those. But who says I have to make my target profit all the time? That's one of those items that I'm not coming anywhere near my target dollar per hour, but people like them, and it's a little supplemental income thing. I don't make that many of them. 10 is not that many of any one thing, and they're kind of fun to make. So I'll just keep making them for now. If the demand drops off and I get tired of it, I'll do the same thing I did with the Bongo Pro. Bye. Okay. Let me see. I think I got a couple emails I want to comment on. One person emailed me, said they were a complete and total novice to alcohol. Said they had some kind of a Caldera cone sidewinder kit or something. I had to look it up. It's a Caldera cone, and it comes with a 2-liter pot and the Caldera stove and everything you need to play Nancy Nurse. Okay. And this guy said that he wanted to use that cone, see if I can get this right, wanted to use that cone and a 1.9 liter titanium pot that he had, but he wanted me to suggest a stove that would go with that setup. And I wrote him back and I told him, first off, right up front, before we go anywhere, you got the wrong pot for alcohol stoves. Titanium, 2-liter titanium is not the correct pot for an alcohol stove, even though it comes with this kit. No, wrong pot. Looks cool, wrong pot. Second off, my stoves are not designed to work inside of a Caldera cone. Some people use them there, but since they tend to overheat because the top of the cone grabs the pot, and they can't vent out well. So depending on the weather conditions and what's going on and how long you use them, they tend to heat the stove up, boil the alcohol in the body of the stove, and they go Chernobyl on you. So I don't recommend using my stoves with a Caldera cone. I know there's people that do, and if you're having good luck with it, keep on going, but I'm not going to recommend it. So, okay. He gets back to me and he wanted me to expand on why he had the wrong pot. Okay. I think we all agree that alcohol is best suited to boiling 2 cups of water for to rehydrate a meal. It doesn't do well at buffets. Restaurants don't cook with it. If you've got a group of 4 people and 1 alcohol stove and you plan on cooking for 4 people, the stoves just don't have enough heat, and they're not fast enough and big enough for that. They're basically a solo hiker stove. Sorry, but that's truth. I know you won't hear that very often, but that's truth. Other than the K-Cab, which is heavy and is made for a kitchen during a disaster. And I don't even sell it anymore because it was a non-event. The regular stoves like a Bio 6 or an M2 SBSS, anyway, those are made to boil 2 cups of water. So that having been said, why in the world would you have a 2-liter pot if you're going to boil 2 cups of water? See, before the water comes to 212 and starts boiling, the pot has to come to 212. Well, if you've got a 2-liter pot, which is like 4 times bigger than need be, you've got to heat the whole pot up to 212 to boil 2 cups of water down the bottom. I mean, the pot's this high, and down the bottom is 2 cups of water, and all that metal up above it's got to be heated up. It's just a wicked waste of alcohol. Second off, is titanium. Titanium's good. It's expensive, very durable, very strong, but not as efficient as aluminum. So logically, the ideal pot for solo alcohol stove would be, give you a little splash room, 24-ounce aluminum pot. And don't bother to paint the bottom black. I've done it. Everybody's done it. It doesn't make any difference. In fact, it increases the boil time. It doesn't cut it in half. Thank you very much, Backpacker Magazine. Yeah, we've done the test. It actually insulates it a little bit. Takes longer. Doesn't cut the boil time in half. So 24-ounce to give you some splash room, aluminum, would be the correct pot. 2-liter titanium would be way. It's like trying to haul a 30-foot Airstream trailer with a Yugo. Just the wrong setup. and I'm trying to be hard to get along with. I'm trying to help the guy out. Because when he takes one of my stoves and puts it inside of a Caldera cone and drops a 2-liter pot in there, and it's not going to work out for him. He's going to be getting back to me, and he's going to be, hey, your stove sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to have to explain this all out to him. Doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Had a guy the other day said, I bought, I think a Bio 6, but I'm not sure. And he said, I noticed the flame burns yellow, and it's sooting up the bottom of my pot, something awful. Well, what's up? He said, I'm burning 91% isopropyl. So what's the problem? Anybody? Anybody? There you go. Wrong fuel. We don't burn isopropyl. But that's a good thing, because right after he did that, I went into the shipping room, went into the card catalog where all the instructions are, found the BIOS directions, found the number on them, went over to the computer, brought that file up, and put right in there what kind of fuel to use, and then in big bold letters, do not use any form of isopropyl alcohol at any dilution rate. Don't use it. So that's good. So see, that wasn't in the directions. And I can see where if he was a complete newbie to it and hadn't watched any of my videos, hadn't worked with alcohol stoves, I could see where he would do that. Because it's my fault. I didn't put it in the directions. I assumed, and you know what that spells, I assumed everybody knew that from, I don't know, coming up on 3,000 videos, and I've probably mentioned it, and I've probably mentioned it 1,000 times over the years. Not to use rubbing alcohol or any form of isopropyl or any petroleum products. But he was in between the lines there, probably his first alcohol stove, and I didn't put it in the directions, so it's not his fault, it's my fault. I make mistakes all the time. Let me see, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I can sit here and talk all day. It's a gift. I'm Tinny from Indie Bowl Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.